Good day. In this video, I will be explaining and showing you how to construct an isometric arc using the isometric circle construction. So as you can see on the screen, we are given the orthographic views. This is the top, this is the front, and we are also given the position of point P. From the front view, point P is there, and from the top view, point P is right there. Okay, and we're also given what the dimensions. Okay, so I have to convert this orthographic views into an isometric drawing. So the first step, I will have to draw the isometric block of this object. For me to draw the isometric block, I'll have to get the length, the height, and the width of the object. All right. Okay. So if I look at this two views, the length is from here to there, right? And obviously the height is from the front view, is from here to that point, the highest point right there. Okay, so if I look at those two views, the length, are we given the length? No, we are not given the length from this point to that point, but we are given the radius of this arc right there, which is 30. So since the radius is 30, it means the 30 is from the center point to that point there. So it means that obviously from this point to this point is 30 as well. So that means we have 30 there, 30 this side. So from here to there it's 60, right? So okay, now I do have my length. From here to there it's 60. And then what about the height? What's the height? The height is 50 millimeters, because we know that from this point to that point it's 30, it's the radius, and from here to this line it's 20 we are given there. So it's 30 plus 20, which is 50. And then the width from the top view it's 12. So now that means I can just proceed and draw my isometric block. So this is point P, we are given point P. So now I'll just take my 30 by 60 and construct that isometric block. So I'll just start by drawing my construction lines right there, and then the vertical line, which is the height, just like that. Okay, so remember the height it's 50, so I'll measure the 50 on this vertical line. So 50 is right there. And then remember we have point P. Point P, it's right there. So this is my reference point, right? So from point P going to the right, it's the length, and the length is 60, right? So I'll just mark off 60 right there. And then obviously from point P to the left it's the width. So the width it's 12. So I'll just mark off 12 there. So 12 will be there. Okay, so now I can just construct the block. Draw a vertical line there and a vertical line on this point, and then for this point there just project it to the right and to the left. Okay, not done. I have to draw the top section just like that, and then this point there just like that. Okay, so now I do have my isometric block. It means now I can just proceed and start drawing my isometric drawing now. Okay, you can even pause the video and try and draw this object in isometric drawing, and then when you are done you can just resume the video. Okay, so now I'll start with my center lines. I'll have to draw my center lines there. Obviously from this point going up it's 20, so just mark off 20 there. 20 will be just right there, and then I just draw my center line there. Okay, So this is my center line, and then I mark off 30 there for the vertical center line. So my center line will start there. Okay, so I have my center lines now. For me to draw this arc right there, I must have a square. The square obviously will be 60, so it means that already I have 60 from here to there, 60, and then I have to measure 60 going down. I have to just draw a square. So obviously from here to there it's 30, and then going down from the center point, center line going down, I have to measure 30 as well. 30 will be right there, and then I have to extend this line, and then I draw a line like that. Okay, and then let me just extend my center line there. Okay, so if you check here, I have my square. My square is from here to there, there. Okay, so this is my square. Remember, I'm trying to draw this arc, right? Okay, so the isometric circle construction. So my square, it's right here. So my focus now is on this square. I have to focus on this square because I'm trying to draw what the arc, right? Okay, so because I have my square there, I have to draw the longest line within this square. So the longest line that I can draw within this square, it's a line from this point to this point. So I have to draw a line from the point at the top there down across this center point to this point right there, right? So this is the only line that I can draw within this square, the longest line. Because if I can draw a line from this point to that point, that line will be shorter than this one. So this is the longest line that I can draw within this square right here. Okay, from here, because now I have this line, right, I have to draw a line that will intersect the line from this first section here, because obviously the line is in this section and this section right there. So I'll have to draw a line from this point across this line to that other point that side. So I can just do like this, join those 2 points like that. Okay, so now I have a line that intersects this line. Okay, now I move to this section right there. I have to draw a line as well that will intersect this longest line. So the line that I can draw, I can just draw a parallel line to this one. So it means that I have to draw a line from this point to that point right there. So I'll just join those 2 like that. Okay, so these are the constructions for what? An isometric circle. But remember, I'm drawing what? An arc. It's not like a full circle. So obviously that arc, this arc is from this point to this point, right? So this point, it's right there. And this other point, it's right there, right? So my arc will be somewhere there. Okay, so now I can proceed and draw what? My arc. So I'll take my compass. It means that, okay, I will put my compass at this point where this line intersects with this long line there, right? And then if I was drawing a full circle, it means for an arc down here, I was going to put my compass there. But obviously now I'm drawing what? This arc. I'll only focus on this point for the part there. So I'll just take my compass, put my compass at that point, to that point, and then I draw an arc from that point to the point at the top there, to the center line, the vertical center line. Okay, So now I'm left with this part this side. So for this part I have to put my compass there and open my compass to that point, and then I draw the arc. Okay, so I take my compass, I put my compass at this point right there to that point up there, and then obviously I draw what, an arc like that. So now I have my arc, this arc, it's right there. So this is the isometric arc, right? Okay, so now I can just complete this surface, this part here. So I can just take my ruler and draw this line, a vertical line there. Okay, that line there, and then I join these 2 points there, just like that. Okay, so now I do have this surface, right? So now remember, I have the width, so obviously this is the width. It means now I have to draw the other part at the back there. Because I do have this edge, obviously I'll have to draw the edge this side at the back. So it means that I'll draw an arc like this somewhere there at the back there. Okay, so now before I do that, I have to take my my 30 by 60 and move my 30 by 60 and draw a tangent line to this arc there. So I can just take my pencil and draw a tangent line. I'll slide my 30 by 60 all the way to the end there, and then draw what, a construction line up. Why am I drawing that line? It's because obviously when I draw the arc, I must end to this line. I cannot like draw a complete arc just like this one, but you see as I proceed. So now what I have to do is I have to project these points up for the width of the object. So I can project this point up, the center point as well, that point at the top there, this point right here, and then this point at the bottom there. Okay, and this one there. Okay, it's like I'm projecting this square back up there. I'm just moving the square up by 12 units, because remember the width, the thickness of this object is 12. So I'm projecting the square, I'm just moving the square up by 12 units. Okay, and then I can just draw a vertical line there, and then obviously from here it's 12 from this point to this one. So now it means this point moved by 12 millimeters, 12, 12. So now I have to get a point for that section there. So that means the point now it's right there. And then I can just draw a vertical line there. And then the center point now it's right there. So I can just project that point up. Okay, so now let me just mark my square now. So I have this point, this point, this point, this point there. Okay, so this is my new square there, the green one, because the original one is the orange one. So it means now I moved this orange one just 12 units up. And please, KGT learners, you are not allowed to use a marker or highlighter on your isometric drawing. You only use your pencil. So please do not do this on your answer sheets. It's not allowed. So I'm just doing this for you guys because I'm explaining so that you can understand. Okay, so now I can just proceed. I forgot to project the center line there, the vertical one. Okay, just like that. Okay, now I can just start by drawing my arc from this point to that point. And remember, for this arc of this section there, I've put my compass way at this point, and then I drew that arc. So now, because I want to draw the same arc way at the back there, I have to move the point now 12 millimeters up. So it means now I'll put my compass right there and then draw the arc. So I can just take my compass, put my compass at that point to this point, and then draw the arc. Just like that. Okay. And then for this small arc there, remember I've put my compass at this point. So now I have to move this point 12 units up. So I can just take my 30 by 60, draw a line, and measure 12 millimeters, because remember the width of this object is 12. So I mark there. So now that means my point is right there. And then I'll just take my compass, put my compass at that point, to the point up there. And then remember I have this tangent line. So when I draw this arc, I must end on that tangent line. So it means my arc will end there, right? So obviously my tangent line is there, so I was supposed to draw an arc up to that line. And then now I can just draw a line just to close that gap. So I take my pencil and then I close that gap there. So as you can see, now it makes sense. So I'm done with the arc there. So now I can just complete my drawing there by joining the points right there. This is the height, and then the width. This is the edge at the bottom. So because of this arc, I had to draw what, a square, using what, the 60 millimeters, because from here to there it was 60. So I was supposed to draw a square with 60 millimeters the sides. So from here to there it's 60, 60, 60, 60. So I had to draw the square and then draw the constructions for an isometric circle. But remember, I was drawing this arc, so this is not a full circle, it's a half circle. So I had to do the constructions for a circle, isometric circle. And then obviously I only drew the top section only. But if I was supposed to draw the isometric circle, a full circle, it means I was going to draw even the lower part of the circle.